his music playing. Give me 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Yeah, goddamn bitch, lick on it. Choke on my balls while I play with the clay. You be living like you ain't have one. Girl, can you show me with your ass on? Girl, it don't even matter, I don't discriminate. Nope, you can have it fast, small ride the cake. That's right, just was taking off, look, I was Latin. Yeah, you can be my pretty lady Jasmine. Yeah, who the fuck saying that we ain't stars? Even in the car, my bra take when I'm starting. You can be the homie with the play cup. Cause you the bug, darling, bitch, cause you ain't us. Yeah, when I think of life, all I see is bars. Humans really something when they think about a cause. I be on the deck cause I brain feel. Yeah, she sucking at my people like a rain field. Damn, switching up cause I brain food, yeah. Only made me young cause I ain't you know. All your bitches squirting when I come around. Yeah, I don't even have to touch, I came around. Yeah, it be like, oh goddamn when I come around. It be like, oh god, when I come around. It be like, oh god, when I come around. When I come around. All falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Hey. Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Goddamn, yeah, I got the flow. Who the fuck say I don't? Yeah, fuck you niggas and fuck you bitches. Yeah, Jess Fox is the new lifted. I am Jess Fox is the you lifted. It is unstar shit, fly star ships. Give a fuck, bitch. Yeah, I stay lit. Fuck around, goddamn, I fuck around. Yeah. Jess Fox, goddamn, I get around. I'm Tupac, bitch, two jets. I'm Michael Jackson, bitch, I'm on a jet. Goddamn, bitches wet. How you the fuck, motherfucker? I like sex. Who the fuck gonna stop us now? I'm on the way, you can stop me now, yeah. When it gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? All falls down, who you gonna call? When it all gonna call. Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? When it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all gonna call? When it all gonna call? Hey. Yeah, oh, don't play again. Alright, you know what I'm saying? That's what it means to be back pocketed up. You know what I'm saying? Have all types of music in the stash. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. When I say that song, just for us got that stash. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the live stream. You know what I'm saying? The source should always be with you, not something you should be always trying to look for. You know what I'm saying? Now check it out. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a space somewhere you're looking for the source, you're in a space where you're trying to understand these things. You're trying to understand. Let's talk about if you go when you got the source first. I want to get into negative energy first. I want to start with positive shit. Let's say you already have the source with you, the force with you, the real with you, whatever you want to call it, the energy with you. But I'm gonna try to transmute it to source. Let's say you got the source with you. You know what I'm saying? Now in that state of mind, you already have the things that individuals or characteristics in their mind states already don't have. So when you're in a space where you're understanding that,
you're already in a space on where you have all that energy around you, all that source around you. So it's not something you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in search for these things, you're already in confusion. You know what I'm saying? When you already have these things, it's like you're already in the most perfect founded space, and there's no such thing as perfect. But you cause confusion within the actual the environment. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what the fuck you're into, what the fuck your energy state got going. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the source with you. You got the aura. You know what I'm saying? I see that you see them use that shit on TikTok a lot. Aura, whatever that say. You got that shit around you already, and motherfuckers can't fuck with you even if they try. So it's like that in a sense of nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why you want to be aware on having that kind of mind state at all times when you're in space somewhere you're going within the elemental flow, within the aspect of where you're trying to have some sort of uh, system within yourself where you can understand how your program moves within yourself, so you can understand all programs and all reality. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why when you have the source with you, it's like the source doesn't know what to do without you. You know what I'm saying? It's like on some real shit, you can go with it, like when you're a powerful spirit, you can go without the source, but you know what I'm saying. You don't want to It's like yeah, when you're a powerful spirit, you can go without the source, but it's like yeah, when you and so when you so you know shit like that. So when you're a powerful spirit, you can go without the source, but when you got motherfuckers the source in general needing you, it's like damn, it's like you already a cold motherfucker. So it's like that's even more energy on within yourself. So you're going within the space on where you're understanding the root cause on where something even derives from a main perspective. You know what I'm saying? And when you're in that relative space, you're understanding the end the way on how you can come across or how you may not come across, but you know that the whole coming across energy in general has a form of your residence on it. You know what I'm saying? Your form of your uh particles materializing on it. So you had a piece in that puzzle when you were um I got some I don't know, I was writing some shit down on pens. I got some ink on my nails. I don't even know how I got that shit on my nails. I was writing some shit down and I don't remember myself writing on my nails, but I shit came on my nails. What the fuck? But hey, that's a different video. But yeah, it's not a different video, but it's just some shit when like it's like that's another video because my mindset what I'm about to go through that's, and I want to keep it stay on topic, but I was gonna talk about yeah, that's another video. But yeah, so yeah, so within that space, you're understanding that when the source is with you, you're already in a space on where the energy you have within yourself is already felt. You know what I'm saying? And when that shit is felt, you have a space on where you have some more consistency within that area in your life, whatever you got going on, you have that shit playing out within yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to play that shit within yourself, now you're in a space on where now you're understanding the whole process of where you, shit comes across, where shit derives from. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, like when you're really in a spiritual space and you're understanding these things, oh shit, you're understanding that oh shit, I felt good. You understanding that the atmosphere is like it's like what you are. You know what I'm saying? And you understand that the atmosphere has the ability to train the humans, train humans, right? So when you have that source with you, the source in general isn't even a real thing, but we make it real out of what we create from the mind state. You know what I'm saying? And within that's why like they made the movie Star Wars. Let the Force be with you. The Force is not technically saying the Force is a real thing, but it's a thing on where it's trying to understand for you to understand that that energy that you're seeing in two different worlds, you understand that the whole thing within the context of where you're deriving from these things like force source energy materializing whatever you got that whole level, you got that whole internalizing within yourself understanding, so you got that shit down packed. So not saying the source is even a real thing, but it's like you got your internal natures down packed, you got your external internal on check, and you got them shits on check, you know how to utilize these things in all natures, whatever space you're going through. Like no matter what actual travel, what kind of space you're running through in an existence, you're going through in an existence, you're relating to within an existence. You always have the right starting point on where it's how to come across something when you're having some sort of relativity within yourself, understanding the whole point of where these things even derive from. So when Star Wars, when they talk about let the Force be with you, it's not saying that let that actual thing be with you, but it's saying that always keep yourself like keep your mind like always know what the fuck you're looking at. Always know how the fuck you how you're perceiving things. Cause we're always in two different worlds. When you understand those two different worlds, you understand the whole point of how you're looking this world and the other world, and this world and the other one. This world is just the illusion. The other world is the real shit. You know what I'm saying? But instead of the force being with you, the force is already with you. So let the force be with you. No, the force needs me. You know what I'm saying? The force can't go, the source can't do anything without me. So when they say let the force, let the source be with you, you gotta be the powerful spirit knowing, nah, nigga, that source, that force, it can't do shit without me. So whatever shit is going on within that allegory, within a mind state, whoever came up with that knowledge was kind of lost it within themselves, not understanding that I already have this shit within myself. You know what I'm saying? I already have these natures within myself, these energies within myself. So that externalized nature that's you done created, that shit needs me. You know what I'm saying? And we all have that shit within ourselves and understanding that within us, like you know what I'm saying. But now I broke down that when you got that energy in the good nature, you have that positive nature, you have that energy source energy in a good nature. So you understand that source can't go do anything without you. Now let's talk about the negative. Now let's say if you don't have this shit now and you're a low vibrational spirit and you don't understand these things. You know what I'm saying? And you need the source. Like, oh my god, I need the force. I need the source. I need the energy. I need the currency. It's like nah. You gotta know it. You gotta have it within yourself already, internalized, understanding it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you running towards these things and trying to look for these things, you gotta have these shit down packed. So when you're a negative spirit, or not, I don't want to say use negative, but we all spirits, all spirits have the ability to change. But when you're like when you're low hanging fruit at the moment, you got to be a space where you're understanding that the whole perception of where you're coming across within the allegory of within what you create, you may not be doing it in the right way. You may be doing it in a space on where you're trying to overanalyze a scenario on where the things you're looking at the things you're trying to understand may not be all the way right. Like you might think to yourself, damn, like a motherfucker may tell you, damn, what's up with this individual? Is this individual okay? Like why they acting like why they act like a different person? Like they don't usually act like this. Like why are they trying to act like this character that I seen on TV or a rapper do? That's space where they're trying to chase the source. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being it and letting the source need you. You don't you're not letting the source just be you. You're trying to chase the source, just like you're trying to chase the high. You know what I'm saying? So that means you're like an esoteric crackhead when you try to chase the high. You know what I'm saying? And we you know what yeah, and when you try to chase the high, chase the source, you're supposed to where now you're going upon your scenarios way more weaker, way more non respectable, non like you don't get respect where you felt like you needed to get respect at. You're in a space where you're always chasing these things. You know what I'm saying? And now when you're in these spaces, now you're in the illusion on where you think that you think that those two worlds is not a real thing. It's something you gotta you think the two worlds is some sort of illusion or some sort of fairy tale. And when you think like that, that's the reason why you may be in a predicament situation you're in right now. You may be in a low hanging fruit position and you may not have no spiritual esoteric currency within yourself, and even in the physical, the physical doesn't really matter. But when you gotta understand the spiritual and physical and keep it equilibrium at these things. Know how to be in and out both of these things. So it's like a circular system, not even a real circle, but it's like a rotationary system. You're going in and out, in and out, in and out, and it's like going expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. And when you understand that, you understand the space on where the whole thing happens to be more relative within that parameter, within that space. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why when I say look at the things, you're, the fuck is that? Okay, look at the things you're doing more equalized. You're in a space of where the equilibrium is more in a space of where you're understanding you can, whether you get lost in the up or down. There's no such thing as up or down, but whether you get lost in the up or down, you're understanding the all around, and the all around is based on what you create out of that experience, you know, yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, I don't like motherfuckers will get lost in the sauce thinking their experience that they need to have is something that they need to chase. Like I said, back to when you gotta chase the source. My bad. When you gotta chase the source. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta chase the source, you're already in a space of where you don't even need the source with you. You're probably in a space of where you need some other sort of energy with you. You probably don't even need the source with you. When you're in a space of where, like I said, back to my first point. If y'all didn't hear it, if y'all just coming now, my first point, that shit was where you're understanding that why did Kim look like what the fuck is this? My shit. Why the fuck my shit look like this? But yeah, you're in a space where you're understanding that the fuck. Yeah, so you understand that motherfucker. Yeah, the back to my first point. You understand that shit. When you got the source with you, the source in general needs you instead of you needing the source. That source, that creation, that force energy needs you. So it can't live without you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? When you understand that, now you're understanding how to properly look at these things and how to properly derive certain ideas out of these things instead of you getting lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? And then derive in your own low hanging fruit natures. You know what I'm saying? You're in your low hanging fruit natures. Now you're thinking to yourself, oh damn, what the fuck should I do tomorrow? What the fuck should I do? Like you may be raking your lawn or mowing your lawn or whatever, and you're in a space of where you're thinking to yourself, oh shit, like you may think to yourself, oh shit, like I don't want to do this right now, but I'm gonna do it just because I feel like it's needed. It's needed to be done. Instead of you going out there and just doing it on your own spiritual volition, so you're in a space where you're going with the flow. You're whatever your spirit takes you. It's like everything. Okay, so everything you do in the physical, you've already done in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everything plays out. It's like in and out, and that space on where you were at in the spiritual realm, it's like the things you start to do play out within the scenario where what you're kind of picking out starts from you being in the mind body first. The physical body is just the illusion, but you wouldn't know anything without the mind first within you wouldn't know anything without the physical I'm not understanding the mind first. So it's like words don't really describe at this point. I'm not even doing it justice. But if y'all there, y'all know what I'm trying to say. And it's like when you're in a space where you're trying to mow your lawn or rake your grass and shit like that. Instead of you doing it thinking, oh, should I just do it because I just want to get over it or do it? Nah, you should be doing it because this is what your art it takes for you to be an individual. So it's like you're esoterically cleaning up mama, and when you esoterically cleaning up mama, you're in a space where you're understanding the whole the womb you came out is this, and this whole thing wouldn't like not for you to be like, oh, I'm that. No, it's for you to understand this is what you came out of, and you came out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when mama gives you knowledge, you're supposed to listen. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't listen, it's like you're like, nah, I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it. When you listen, you're going with the flow. You just listening. It's like you're riding that flight. If you're going with the flow, you got your esoteric check on point. So you're checking it out. You're checking your scenario, seeing what the right things to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now you're in a space where you're actually deriving the information that's needed for you to be in that relative space on where what you're doing Is it relative? Is it actually um is it is it meaningful right now, or are you just trying to pull the last remaining things out of it, trying to be a pickpocket and always steal shit instead of you being original? You know what I'm saying? We just be yourself. When you're being yourself, you're in a space somewhere. No matter what energy you're in, motherfuckers can respect it because you're not letting like the actual external the dictate on your actual momentum. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when we create a world like that where we can all just be ourselves and be in that relative space on where we're now the things we're doing, you can do something I can't do, I can do something you can't do. We just go from there instead of it being, oh, I can do this and you can do that, but I like doing this, and let me whatever you're doing, let me take that too, and then I'll give you something like money, and you can take this money and go buy yourself a candy cane. Like what the fuck is like what the fuck you finna do with that? Like what I didn't even know I could even buy that. I thought that shit I can just that shit was something I can freely just get within my will, within being myself. What is this nonsense of us creating some sort of some shit called money? Now I gotta go get this. Like what? Like you wouldn't know what you knew. What you wouldn't know what you knew without me, and I wouldn't know what you know. I wouldn't know what I know without you. So why can't we just go from there and then go work together and then build that new world like that instead of us having to be in a space where, oh shit, I can do this, you can do this, but I can do this, and I want and what you're doing, I'll do that too, and we create this, and then so it's like you're throwing away the other two ideas you had already, and you come up with a new idea. So instead of your, I'm sorry, did I say idea? No, you come with that certain idea and feeling, and you putting that idea and feeling together. Instead of y'all creating that new child, you're coming with a new masculine thought, talking about, yeah, but you can take this dollar right here, like it's like and buy yourself a peppermint candy cane. Like the fuck? What the fuck am I finna do with that? I can't do shit with that. You can go you can go buy yourself a strawberry. Like that shit, I can get that shit from a tree. Like so, it's like when I'm taking y'all back to the early stages on where if you know how to like actually go back in the past and look at these things, it's like shit. You'll start to see like damn, like shit didn't have to go certain places if we took it there. We could have been a place where we were in the already in the Jetsons or already in the space age. We currently are we're doing it right now. We actually are in it right. We actually are in it right now, but how I say this, it's like you just gotta know how to get there, and it's not overnight thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. No, it's like you gotta work on yourself. So it's like, but we can have really been in the physical. Is what I'm trying to say. Like fuck all that shit. We can have really been in the physical if we just work together like that instead of us trying to be in a space or everything is competition. I pick my nose. I just did. I did. You know what I'm saying? Don't I want y'all to think I picked my nose. I did this. I scratched this right here. Cause if y'all can't tell, I got some sort of like I was scratching, but I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So it's like that in a space like that. So it's like when you're understanding that, you understand the whole perception of where things happen and derive from. You know what I'm saying? But that's like I said. No matter what, you gotta be in a space where you're understanding these things. No matter what, when you're not understanding these things, thinking something is this and something is some other shit, then you'll be in a space where you know what I'm saying? You're not understanding these things. You're not understanding what's actually happening. You're letting these shits you're letting these shits uh uh bitch you, and you're not supposed to let anything bitch you. You're supposed to be doing one creating the bitches and the slaves. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, it's like if they don't like it, then you move on, and eventually if they're bitches, they gonna want to suck your dick. If they're slaves, they gonna want to work for you, and they don't want to do none of that shit. Then they let your other people, your royal thoughts, your other higher evolved thoughts take care of them. And it's not even it's all you. It's all you, but it's like you in your different selves, different natures, different ways of looking at looking at these things. So when you have different ways of looking at these things, you're creating different ways in how you can come across like different angles, different angels, different ways. You know what I'm saying? Different things how you can look at these things. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, look at these things, real shit. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, and like I said, no matter what, we have to be in a space of where we're understanding these things on how when we're understanding where shit is coming from, we understand that the whole point of creating some sort of substance in the spiritual realm, in the esoteric realm, it starts from what we can do within our natures, our anatomy. You know what I'm saying? And our anatomy, it starts goes from astrology, astronomy, astrology, anatomy. And once you understand those three natures, you understand the blood, sweat, and tears is the whole is the whole thing that creates your new organs in that new space. So when you're doing that, god damn, when you're doing that, when you're doing oh shit, I want to close this song. But when you're doing that, you're understanding that the whole that thing in general is how you it's like it's oh, man, it's like if you know what I'm if you know how to get there and you're looking at these things from the space on where they derive from you're in a space on where you understand that whole thing that becomes that substance in general is something you're creating. You know what I'm saying? And you have you have your own ways on how you look at these things. But if you want to get somebody on board and try to get somebody on in that way of looking at it, you can do it through anything, theatrics, um, movies, theater, same thing, theatrics, theater, same thing, entertainment, and some sort of music. If you got music, some sort of art, you got you're taking them to that space in their own way and in their own different. So it's like when you know how to get them into that vibration, that frequency, that motion picture you created, they can live in that vibration and see how to look at it within their own way instead of them getting trapped in the form, trapped in the motherfucking form. Then these motherfuckers can't even get to the atmosphere. When they get to the atmosphere, it's like they become a form in that atmosphere, who knows how long they can live there if they don't know how to actually get out of that actual form. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a form of hell. And nigga, I've been there for eons, so I don't wish no one to be in. When you're looking at these things, that's what you gotta understand. See these things at all spaces. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you have a space on where you know how to get out of those things and have your own space on where you can get. It's like when you go into a space, you're creating a new form, and you're in a space. You're that individual in that space within that new parameter, and then that new parameter becomes like the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once I can't the words can't describe, but if y'all there, then y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end it off right there. You know what I'm saying? Jet Spark, Star Pilot, and we out on this motherfucker.